Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Simmer Chase. Today is yet another episode here at the Federalist apartment building. Yes. So this one is now Unit 3, and we are gonna be really kind of doing a lot in this one. And I hope you guys like it. I was really stoked to kind of do like just a typical build, 2-bedroom, 3-bath sort of build. However, it's got a little secret, a little trick here. So 3 is actually 3 and it kind of is an L. It's really scooped around in there. So if you flip it like this, basically, like if you flip it, then it looks like Virginia. So yeah, this one is Virginia, our tobacco state, yes. And also our tech mecca here, Amazon, their HQ too is going there. A lot of our really cool government stuff goes on over there too, with like the CIA and, you know, all the like Homeland Security people, just like all the really cool stuff happens there. So I was like, this place has to rock. Okay, like for real, like this place has to be rad, and it's got to be all that in a bag of chips for real. So I am going through and actually assembling everything right now, because again, I kind of goofed and did not record the build itself for the first floor. I was like, dang it, fiddlesticks. And the fun thing is this one actually has a loft too. So there's a loft in this one, and then there's a loft in a couple other units too. So if you guys stay tuned, you'll definitely find out which ones. So now we are chunking out the now 3rd floor, and most all of these apartments, actually I think all of them, maybe 1 or 2 don't, but most all of them have closets, like actual closets, and they have hallway closets, and they have like extra thoughtfully chosen and well-placed storage areas and things like that too, so that you guys just kind of have a lot of variety and option there, and definitely make it what you want to. I really hope and challenge you guys to do stuff like this as well, and really dig deep into like our options, you know, of architecture, and just kind of, you know, create a story too with what you're building, because sometimes it makes the tedious stuff a little more exciting or a little more happy, because you're like, I have to make this XYZ building or this thing like look cool and be a functioning building, rather than it's just a regular old Sims build. So when you're doing 13 units, you have to kind of think like that a little bit, or otherwise it just starts getting boring and mundane a little, and you have to break it up and do different styles, as I did here. And so that's why I chose the 13 colonies and did 13 units. And so again, this one's Virginia. And I was just thinking about fun areas. You have to have the bubble blower, because again, it's a tobacco, state. And then I was really thinking about like a lot of fitness and stuff, kind of where they're heading with all the technology. And so I, put the up and up, because that's definitely where they're going. And just to kind of be a little goofy on that, because it's like the fitness room and like, hey, look at this. And then, I had that little extra blank space there. So we did a lot of closets, things like that. And then the rooms are just bright. I was thinking about fields when I did this. And so I was thinking of like inland and also the beach. And with the inland stuff, I went with like the sunrise stuff, and just making it think about like the sun rising over your open fields, especially right now with everything pretty much being plowed. And there just being some stuff out there. It's just really like tranquil and nice and relaxing. And there's a lot of rural areas there, just like similar to South Carolina though. But it's just a really, really neat spot. And it was like what, second, yes, to like second or third to states, or to colonies. And it was, one of our very first. It was extremely important, and it always will be. And it's a huge hub too of not only technology, but like transportation, all that kind of stuff too. So I just really wanted to make it feel like it was like on a continuum almost in this unit, and that it was just very straightforward in design and almost like farmhousey a little bit, and then just very practical, very clean and modern. And then but with that sort of like country, like relaxed vibe a little bit. So think like Chip Joanna Gaines kind of stuff, like that's the sort of vibe a little bit I was going for, with just a little bit more color and variation. And then again with like the like smoking room a little bit too, and going in that way. And to just kind of, everything that I was really thinking about with like the really fun loft. Like I think the loft would be really awesome to have in real life. And I've really always wanted to have one. And so like I build them a lot. And I think they're like, some people may say they're dated and stuff, but to me, it's like really not. Like I love it. And they're like really rad and neat to me. So I just was like really enjoying, putting all that together. And I hope you guys like it. Like I really do. Like I put a lot of thought and care in like trying to think about how to like put this together. Like now we're going to go on the inside and check out stuff, and you guys can really check it out and see what it's got going on, but how I set it up. But it was just very much like thinking about their features, and they have like what they have there with just the hills, the high altitude areas, but then your really awesome like beachside areas, and then just a lot of the farm sort of like rural areas too, with all the agriculture that they have is just amazing, especially out towards the west. Like it's pretty neat. And they've all got it down to a science now. It's just so cool. So now we're just peeking around a little bit more and going back to the kitchen. I really love the blue too that I used in that, and kind of how it came together with the walls. I generally don't always kind of paint my walls and my cabinets like in the similar color because they get lost. But with that, because I think with the wood tone and the wood contrast of the cabinets, I think it worked out pretty well. And then of course we have the cat. Yes, I have two cats in real life, because I had one, and then we moved, and we got another dog, and she like just, they wouldn't work out. So my husband's grandma took her, and it was cute because then they, were fine for a few years, and then she moved. And so we took her back, and we, in that time, had got another cat too. So I have two cats now. So when we moved and bought my house, our first house, and we bought it, we got a cat, and then we had already had that cat at its grandma's. So then we just recently got that, that second one. So now they're both together, and it's been interesting, definitely, for two girl cats to come together. One that's 8 now, and then one that's like 2. And of course, we've got to play chess. Yes. We all have to play chess, right? No, just in The Sims, of course. So now we're just peeking around a little bit more and kind of checking out the rest of the space around, and kind of the odds and ends, which to me, I thought was really fun to use. I really like using the tile and from Snowy Escapes for laundry rooms. I know it's kind of goofy, but I really like the pattern, and I think it goes well. The color palette goes really well with laundry day. And so I highly recommend it if you haven't tried it yet. And then again, here is our like really bright, fun bedroom. And it's just sing spring. Yes. With a little bit of, touchy elements of gold, as well, for the opulence, the bougie a little, but it's okay. Like, we all have to have a little, right? And then again, in the bedroom, I just wanted it to, or the bathroom, I wanted it to feel very, very classy and nostalgic. And maybe if they even had the chance to like save some of it, because I mean, some of it I'm sure came from England, like way back in the day, and is like an antique from like the 1700s or something. So, and like is like a Louis piece or whatever. So yeah. And then here I was thinking of like a fun den, or like a den bedroom, or like a guest bedroom kind of thing. I have 3 Boston Terriers too. And so I tossed in the Boston Terrier poster. I was like, I have to. I wish he had a full Boston Terrier poster, but it's okay. Even just having him in that one's fine. Like, great. I love it. So I love a lot of our artwork too that we have. They're getting a lot better at design and creating the artwork that we have to put on the walls, because that's one thing that's always a little tricky at times, in trying to get sort of that design down. And it's funny because actually a lady I know from Virginia is like a super big bowler. Like, she loves bowling and stuff. And so I put that in there for her too. So like, it was just a lot of like, just different elements from people I remember. And then also just the stories and things I've heard from people and picked up through the years, and then school as well. So I really enjoyed doing the Virginia unit. I think it is going to be a really fun turnout for the rest of the series. And I hope you guys like it. I can't wait for you guys to tune in for the next episode. And thanks for tuning in to this one. I hope you guys have a great day and stay proud. Go out and do something magical. And thank you.